All right, so before you get to it, okay, so Mexico can be considered a part of Central America because when Mexico declared independence, they took Central America with it.
Oh, okay.
So Mexico can be in North America, it can be in Latin America, but also can kind of be Central America, Caribbean, because of the culture.
Right.
And because of the history. Anyways, let's talk about the things that were said about a certain company that we mentioned earlier today.
So between the tag team title match and this match, they had the tribute to Arturo Ruas, who was one of the original commentators there.
Then
I thought
which was great.
It was a really good tribute. And then they had
Carlos Cabrera.
And it was like 29 years in another company. What was the line?
So the line was, it's like, it'll be only a matter of time for the record to be employed there is one day.
I know. It was really funny.
So bad. And then we had the match. And, of course, if you know a little bit about Sam Adonis, his brother is WWE's Corey Graves.
Right.
And they mentioned that, his older brother must be watching this from the plane because at that point in time they were on their way back from Saudi Arabia.
Right.
So
really
knowing that Corey Graves is probably watching Sam Adonis's matches because
absolutely
he's his brother, but he probably did it from the plane.
Some really good tongue in cheek. I will say this is where the pay-per-view for me started to pick up.
It was, and I'm surprised because normally when it comes to matches like this, it's not really interesting to me. But I was very interested because there's a lot of history and storyline.
But once again, I think the commentators really explained this well. They got their shit together as a part of the audio.
Yeah, Matt Stryker.
No, it wasn't that. It was we didn't hear
the audio did.
We didn't hear the Spanish commentators.
Except one of them was like this. They were just kind of.
Yeah, here. All right, I'll be annoying by this.
They were shoving it down their throat.
They were shoving it down their throat, and it was really annoying.
They were.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
I'm gonna hurt myself.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, is this like a 13-year-old on Call of Duty? Like, fuck. I think overall he got better.
The Call of Duty said, "Be fuck you, motherfucker."
Right. He got. I think overall the commentators got better as time progressed.
Oh God, yes.
So this is to the point where I can enjoy it, but. NGD and La Empresa, two groups that came from CMLL, attacked La Familia Real, which made sense for what each team was going for.
Right.
And then they did the churn actually at a really good time.
They did.
And I just thought overall, I'm not usually a big fan of like multi-man matches like this, but this one was pretty much at least an enjoyable match.
Yeah.
I thought structurally it was fine. I don't even know who won the match because it just broke down. Because you had Los Mercenarios come out and attack pretty much everybody, cementing the warfare.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest with you, I'm not against because that's kind of what they're meant to be.
Right.
It's meant to be warfare.
Right.
Interrupt matches on a big stage. Yeah. And they just kind of did a big old hodgepodge of whatever.
Right.
It's hard to really describe on what happened, but honestly, this one at least kind of cemented that brand war or that faction warfare thing.
Absolutely.
Now incorporate the trios belt into this more, and you'll have a situation like the never open weight 6-man tag team belts. Like circa 2 years ago.
Right.
And you'll be in a much better position.
Yep.
But that's just kind of where we are now. Overall, this is kind of where this shit picked up. All right. Disorganized mess because...
This was what the triple tag. Oh yeah, so
this is for the mixed tag.
Yeah, this is the one with like the stupid like referee rivalry. Who cares?
Yes. The problem is that Los Vampiros, they did the segment right before this match, right? And then they went to the back, and then two of them went out. It was super weird.
It was weird.
Also, this was not billed for the trios or for the mixed tag.
No.
At all. Like, at all.
No.
And that was really unfortunate. So I kind of wish they kind of built that a little bit more, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this one. Once again, Willie Mack was replaced by Mysteziz Jr. They did the best given the circumstances.
I thought it was okay. I mean, I liked the spot with the mini.
Yes, that was we didn't even talk about that. Microman was out there.
Yes, Microman was out.
Yes.
It was so adorable.
He is the shortest luchador. I think his dad is shorter, isn't he? No, he's not.
No, but he was picked like a puppy.
Yes.
It was amazing.
Fun fact, he is so with Crotch Dog from his front paws up to the top of his head was about what?
A foot.
1
foot.
A foot and some change?
Well, 1 foot. He was 2 foot, like laid out, like splayed out.
Right. Microman could not. He didn't have to bend down to pet the dog. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Also, his dad is the Blue Monkey in CMLL.
Yes.
Also, he was trained by his father's good friend Ultimo Guerrero. Actually.
Anyways, let's stop talking about midgets.
Other than that, this was a fun match. I kind of wish the promo and what happened was consistent, and the tax spot was not necessary unless it was the final spot of the match.
Right. It was unnecessary.
Then it would have been fine.
Yeah. Anyways, move on to the next one. I want to go bad.
I know, I do. So, once again, why was Lady Maravilla taken out? There was no explanation for that
Nope.
because that's what they built. Taya Valkyrie was originally scheduled to be in a Reina de Reinas match at this show. And then she was scheduled in this match on this show.
Yep.
And then they took her out of the promo of this show wanting to do a mystery person.
There's no point.
There's no point.
Anyways.
There was no point. The whole match was a fucking mess.
It was.
I would have done everything differently with this. Taya Valkyrie would have come out last. I would have done the stupid promo with her. And I would have, once again, I would have had her win. But I feel like there was an injury.
Yeah.
Because, like, halfway through the match, 2 of them just left.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
I'm like, ooh, something. I've like during the match, I'm like, something went wrong.
Right.
Like the entire time. You can tell Phoenix Gallery is starting to tuck her out here. I would have done really anything differently with this. I thought it was structured really well.
It was a really good match with La Empresa in it, which is
This was much better.
It was much better
than their Triple Mania Regia nonsense match.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was structured better. I thought it was fought better. And honestly, the problem is that I feel like the whole LA Park and Rio de Jalisco Jr. whatever from Triple Mania was wasted.
Oh, yeah,
because
absolutely.
it didn't happen again. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
we have them wrestle, but who cares?
Yeah.
This was actually not a bad match. I kind of, I wish
it was messy. It was a messy match.
I wish
it should have been explained a little bit better. I think.
Yep.
It wasn't explained very well. It's like, what is it? Is it an elimination?
The one thing about WWE that's so clear because they really emphasize the global expansion of AAA. But when you do that, there's an expectation of what to do. And explaining rules for certain matches or certain rivalries on the screen clearly has to be something. And making
Even if
sure.
it's done in Spanish and in English, it
Right.
doesn't matter to me.
Right. I think that would have made this a lot better because, once again, we had a conflicting thing where we clearly heard elimination, but then all of a sudden, Psycho Clown could do one thing and one. Like,
Right.
period. It was super
This
weird.
doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense. The right people, I think, overall were in this match. I just don't think the winner was the right call. Because Psycho Clown did not have to win this. He's an established main eventer already. You need to put somebody in this that has never either gone, won, or have been in a high-profile match like this. Everybody else but Bandito was within that parameter.
Let's call him a former ROH champion, but he's a current.
That was weird too. Yeah, Bandito still has the current Ring of Honor World Champion.
Right.
That title unification match is not happening until Supercard of Honor. So that was really weird too. I didn't even think about that. They did the best with what they could do based on the circumstances. It was a good match. I like the rivalry. I like the premise. I hope they do a rematch. But for God's sake, Phoenix, stay healthy. This is like the 4th fucking injury that I am aware of since he's joined AEW. And it's getting really frustrating. Not his fault, though. Also, the ending was a mess. I would have done that. I would have done that much differently. I wouldn't have done a damn thing different with this other than maybe a different venue. But that's a totally different situation. The right people, the right winner, the right title, the right placement.
Yep.
And also, you just know that if this was in a closed dome or if it was a nice night out,
I want to see them battle it out again, man.
This is going to be a triple mania. It has to be.
Oh, God,
especially given that circumstances. They pulled off a good match during bad weather. Think of what they do during a controlled environment.
Right.
You know that's going to be a big winner. So I wouldn't have done anything different. Anyway, Peanut Gallerio. What are we doing next week?
To be determined.
To be determined. We have a couple of ideas rolling around. But if you enjoy the show, remember to like, subscribe, follow, share with all your friends, become a patron. Links all around down below. Peanut Gallery will... you can see part of it. Of his shirt. And as always, be...
Majestic.